Hey guys, this is me not hacked, coming at you with another tutorial on websites. So first thing I want to talk about is the doc.html, which you would have seen in my first video, maybe if you slow down enough. But this is required when creating a website if using the latest version of HTML. There are 5 current versions, and because I know the current version, I am using .type.html. Some websites will have HTML1, others HTML2, and so on. Okay, now that we got that down, we'll want the editor here to know that we are creating an HTML file. So we save it as, give it a name. For this, I'll just put basics. And there's already one created because I did this video but in a different way, and it wasn't exactly basic. It's what I now call basic. And also go up because I don't want to save it there. So when you come here, this is on Notepad++, not all editors will be the same, but you come down to hypertext markup language file, and it'll have all the extensions and brackets, and the first one will be *.html, and then just save it there. And of course basics too, because it is technically the second one I've done. Okay, so now that that's done, go back. So these are done. So start tags, okay. Tags are required when you want something on your page to change or to be different. So if I was to just write hi, I'll save that. It will have a white background with black text saying hi, and it'll probably be very small depending on what browser you're using. So we're just going to open up that. Also note there is a slight difference in size between browsers. So I'll just change that to open with something else. Now if you it's not really evident when they're that small, but it is. Chrome seems to be slightly smaller, and it's slightly got less of the, I don't even know what font that is, to be honest, but it's definitely smaller. Okay, anyway, get rid of this for a second. So anyway, just gonna add a quick link so I can show you what I mean by you want something to change on your page. So go to YouTube. Now if you want the link, you'll need to copy the exact, the exact wording, letters, everything. So just go to the URL and just copy and paste. Easiest way. Now with links, you need to have words, otherwise it does not work, because you have nothing to link to to the website. Okay, so save that, refresh this. And now we're on YouTube. Okay, so what's next? Starting tags. Oh yeah, so something else with starting tags. Always close them. So as you can see, I started with the A, and I have the tags. I type in tags first because it makes sure that I have closed them. And with the end tag, just put a / after the first left facing arrow, and then put the element, which in this case is A. It can be something like title. I'll show you what title does now. At the moment it's just where it's kept within my documents. So I'll just change that. Oh well, didn't even make a title, that's how smart I am. And now it's that. So just keep that for a second, so it shows. You'll know if you've done it right within this editor, because when you click on it, it will become purple. That's the next thing. Okay, the head, body, footer. These are automatically put into a website, but they're where the website thinks they should go. So everything within head should be everything that's not on the page. Everything with the body is things on the page, and the footer is normally where you'll keep your copyright, your privacy, contact us, those things. So I want the head there because I don't want the title to be within my page. It's not needed, but it does help you to know where your programming is. And within this editor it also helps because I don't know if all editors are like this, but if I just add lines, and now it gets rid of the head, so I can just work on my body. And now if I add some more lines, it's still just the head that's been replaced. And that's another thing that these normally do, not A's because they're just links, but normally OLs, which is an ordered list, so I'll just try that for you. Don't worry about this is just for my benefit. Okay, yeah. So most tags will have it so that you can close. You may even be able to do it with the A. Yeah, even with the A. So any tag can be closed, so you can just work on a particular element at a time. Now, everything within the head will be on the page unless it's in something like the title block, or you've got an external link, which is another, which I'll talk about now while I'm here. So this is how you style your page. It's called its relationship to the web page is style sheet, obviously, and then reference or href is, I haven't even created this yet, so I'll just put a new thing. I'll save it as, and this time you want to save it as a Cascade style sheet, and beside that the extension is CSS. So basics 2. Try and keep the name for your website the same as your style sheet, so it's easier to remember. So basics 2. Now this is how you style what your web page looks like. So we've got A, which is a title element, so we'll style that for the meantime. Now put the element, which is A, put a squiggly bracket. I don't know which way you'd say that it's facing, but then you put another one at the bottom after all the code you want to have in there, and we want the color to be red. No, something that's lime, because that's not the color you normally see. Now no, I've forgotten something then, or it's because it's been clicked. More likely because it's been clicked. So don't worry about this either, just something to give an example of how you style. something I am very good at forgetting. Extensions. Always have extensions no matter what you're doing. If there's an extension in the save file, put the extension in. That's why that didn't work. And now it's lime. So remove that so it isn't as confusing. Now there's a semicolon in the middle as I've just highlighted. Now before that is the attribute, and then after it is the description of the attribute. So a element, squiggly brackets, attribute, how you want to style the attribute. So the color of the wording is now lime. So from now on, whenever I use the element A, it will be lime. So I'll do another one. Blocking all of that out, so no point in even going try and check what I've done. Wording. I'll show you something else as well. If you don't end the tag, the rest of the page will all be a link to the same place. So there you can see, and also that's another thing I've forgotten. Spaces and putting and entering doesn't actually do anything, as in adding spaces. To do that, you put a non-breaking space. I won't go into that for this one. Let's just clan leader, because there was a YouTube video I want to watch of his. So we'll just end this here. Now, you can name them the exact same thing. It won't actually change anything. They'll both be called hi. They'll both lead to the same place. Okay, so refresh that. Now they're both called hi, but one connects to YouTube. One connects to Facebook. Okay, so now remove that. Okay, go to our Word document. So we haven't covered the footer. Footer, actually, so we keep privacy, context, things like that. Bodies, we keep most of your writing. Heads, we want things that aren't normally on the page. Anything else? We've done the style sheet. Okay, we'll do background color just to show you what happens. Red. This will look quite ugly, but it's just an example. Here it is. So now we're done. Color, background color, and we just go do size now. Size varies depending on what type of element you are doing. For this, it'll be font size because it's the wording. So 45 pixels. We'll increase this to that, and then 450 pixels. If I can get back to where I was, there we go. To that. Okay, so we've done the save file as CSS. Okay, line breaks, which I was talking about before. No, it wasn't. Might as well do them though. So it's not as confusing. So say I'll put in about 1 million spaces. It will not change. It will only have one space though. See? One space. Now differences, I'll copy this line, Control D, and then put an AND symbol, which is above the 7, and then NBSP semicolon. And because these are not very big, they're literally a space width, you need to copy and paste them basically to get anything. And now there's a massive gap. Okay, so line breaks. Now if you want something on different lines, just do this again. So you put the start tag, BR, and then instead of making another BR and then putting an end tag, put left facing arrow, BR, space, / right facing arrow. There are only a few elements that will let you do this. And we'll do a couple of them. And they'll skip about 3 lines. Or it should skip exactly 3 lines. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's about 3. I can't exact count. Okay, so that's it. Line breaks, paragraphs. Paragraphs are exactly the same as line breaks, except they do a bigger space, and you can only put one of them, as far as I know. They regularly update this, so there could be changes. Now if I put a second P, does it change it? Now this one you don't need a end tag at all, so it's just left facing arrow, P, right facing arrow. No, it doesn't change anything. Paragraphs. External links. We've already covered that. Headings, another element. I'll do that for you. So, this is normally used for the main title of your web page. H1, H2, all the way up to H5. I'll do one of each so I can show you. Okay, so hi. Now some of these will be the normal size that we start off with, and that's done on purpose to show the differences. Just wait this in. Just save that, go into the document, refresh. So there's H1, H2, H3, H4, and H5. That's even smaller than our original. Okay, now I'll just... Okay, now last thing we'll cover is font sizes. Exactly the same as headings, which is the H, except they are different and they go up to 7. Okay, I just copy and paste that because that was the tip. Okay, so I don't exactly remember where I was up to, but this is the last thing we're doing. So this is fonts, and they're slightly bigger the higher you go, or smaller. Sorry, I don't exactly remember. There's only 7 of them. Yep, the higher you go, the bigger they get. Okay, so just make sure 7 is the biggest. Yep, it's the biggest. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.